It was a cracker though.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Develop Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn, Seth Geisen from the Villager Cigar Studios, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Good, man. Although, wouldn't it have been cool to call it the Little Big Pappy? Wouldn't that little with the little and the Little Big Pappy?
Just a little pappy.
Little Pappy.
Little bighorn.
All right. So today we're talking about the El Artista, now Artista Big Papi Firecracker. Cigar is a short Robusto, 3.5 inch by 50. Comes out of the Tabacalera El Artista factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is Mexican San Andres. Binder is Dominican Negrito. Filler is Dominican Criollo 98, Nicaraguan Jalapa, and Pennsylvania Broadleaf. It is blended by Ram Rodriguez. Price point $7.99. Cigar was released in March of 2022, and we picked these cigars up from Corona Cigar Company. So if you are in Florida near one of their locations, stop in for a cigar and a libation. Otherwise, you can go to the website and you can order online and they'll ship it to you. So with that all out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
I thought it was average. It was actually kind of a odd profile. I got things like dehydrated vegetables, a lot of staleness and cedar. You got a little bit of black pepper, red pepper kind of a thing going on. The best part was when I retrohaled the cigar because you didn't get any of that like staleness and that like funky like green dehydrated vegetable thing going on. It's I don't know. It just with all that like staleness and harshness and that woodsiness, it just tasted really odd, the profile for me.
All right, Seth, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's really condensed cigar. I mean, I was getting a lot of espresso, rich cocoa, peppery spice kind of in that first third area. Second third, which is like kind of, I'd say halfway point, you could kind of see the transitioning from that to more of a earthy, more peppery. There's a little bit more leather qualities, a little bit more mineral. It just wasn't as refined as the first half or the short smoke that it was to the end, but it didn't end poorly. It just wasn't as smooth as the beginning part of the cigar. Medium full, strength and body, nice, really nice construction.
All right, John, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough on a cigar this size to sort of do it in thirds. It's really, two halves, but first third kind of might have started promising. It had baking spices and earth that were kind of balanced. And then obviously the requisite pepper. But it just never really kind of found a balance between all the different flavors. So discordant's not quite the right word, but it just wasn't together. I found the earth actually kind of distracting on the profile. Like it didn't accent the pepper. It was just distracting. And then the second third, the earth did kind of give way to wood, and then it was kind of baking spices, which I was like, okay, well, maybe we're back on track. And then it was just kind of wood forward by the halfway point with like some sharpness to the wood. And I was like, oh, well, that's kind of disappointing. And then the last third was mostly just earth and wood with light pepper accents. So you could call it a dud if we're using the firecracker, where you kind of get the big blast of the firecracker in that first maybe 25 minutes, and then it kind of fails from there, which is kind of unfortunate. I did have a relight, and I put in my notes that could have been on me because I was smoking it quite slowly. So it's quite possible it went out because I literally wasn't puffing fast enough. Draw was perfect, so you got that. Overall average for me. Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with toasted oak and a cinnamon forward baking spice. Some mustiness joined in fairly quickly. And then the cigar kind of maintained the same flavor components the rest of the way, just kind of changing a bit in fullness at times. I thought the cigar had an average and very linear flavor profile throughout, which could, be expected with a short length of a cigar like this. But to me, I don't think this size is the shining star for this blend. I think the larger Vitolas, even a bit larger in the ring gauge, probably shows it off even a little bit better. But I prefer one of those more, those regular production versions over this kind of special edition version of it. So fun to smoke it in this size just to check it out, but it's not something I would come back to for this line. So getting the scores, I'm going to start out the top with Seth at 6 even. John gave it a 5.55. I gave it a 5.50, and Jiunn gave it a 5.20. So Seth had that 6 even matchup for you.
Yeah, I mean it lined up. I think the cigar could have benefited from actually some Nicaraguan tobacco, probably a little less Dominican tobacco. And I think it could have helped the blend. I don't think it's going to go that much further, but I think it would help the blend out a little bit, make it a little bit more of a firecracker. But yeah, solid. What was the price on this?
$7.99.
Yeah, it's not bad for a little fun smoke.
All right, John, 5.55.
Yeah, it matches up well. Pretty average flavor profile, above average construction. I think you said some of the regular production ones have been good, and I agree. There's a lot of them that I would prefer to this one. So, but fun that they tried it. But you got to punch it up.
My 5.5 matches up well. Average flavor profile throughout. I just had a slightly tight draw and a little bit of a wavy burn to knock down a little bit on the construction side. Otherwise, I'd be a little bit higher than John there, I think, on that one. But yeah, just not, like I said, fun size, but not something that I'd come back to. I'd go to one of those regular production versions. All right, Jiunn, 5.2.
5.2 is not that good of a score. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hearing, after hearing you guys talk about your flavor profile, I must have had like an odd profile or something, because what you guys experience is nothing what I experienced. So
yeah. All right. Any other final thoughts from you guys on this one?
I like the size. I'd actually,
Yeah, but it's kind of one of those things where, like, depending on the blend, it can either like really show it off, or it can really like just say you didn't have enough time to really do anything with it, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's true.
But congrats to Artista on the new rebranding. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
yeah, that's right.
All right. So wherever you're catching this video, be sure to like and subscribe. You can check out the full written review on the website. Follow us on all the social media channels and catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Little Pappy.